back. Fuck you talking about? We finna see how everybody else is reacting to this Jay-Z shit. I really want to know because they saying that basically Dame Dash has responded, and I ain't seen it, so we finna see what the world talking about.
Reporting live from Hypers Club, Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba. On Saturday night for his performance at Roots Picnic, Jay-Z, who's been in the news much more than recent years, would send off a freestyle directed at several people he's had issues with. He specifically would take aim at Drake, Dame Dash, Nicki Minaj, Jaguar Wright, Tory Lanez, and others. Now, when it comes down to Dame Dash, we all know that Dash and Jay-Z have been at odds ever since Jay-Z would decide to split from his former business partner back in 2004. And for some, this would mark as the downfall of Roc-A-Fella Records, the label they started together. In his freestyle on Saturday night, Jay-Z would specifically go after Dash's current financial troubles and even Dash losing his teeth. Jay would go on to say, "Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who did it. It's a murder mystery gang."
You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery gang.
Now, as expected, Dash has caught wind of the jab and will respond back on Sunday with a picture of Jay-Z, who now is wearing an afro, as a goofy character, which for some was Dash's way of even rating the freestyle as trash.
Can we be real and be realistic? That Jay-Z shit was overrated. That shit went over a lot of our heads. A lot of us don't think that's fire, but since it's Jay-Z, y'all gonna push like it's the most fire shit out there, and it's basic as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop this nigga right here. One, the fact that it went over your head makes it dope. That's the point of hip hop. It's supposed to go over your head. You're supposed to think about it and be able to piece it together. Two, the only thing I'll say is like the only thing that I will go against Jay-Z on with this is the fact that he was just the same nigga that not too long ago brought up the fact that we don't need to be beefing in hip hop because it's a lot of toxic behavior, quote unquote. But other than that, I would never say that shit is whack because he was really spitting his ass off. You just have to be a real hip hop fan to even acknowledge or even understand or even feel that shit for real because it's an art to this shit. It's not about being blatant. And I hate when old ass niggas say shit like this because he's too old to say some shit like this. I ain't gonna say he an old ass nigga literally, but he's too old to say some shit like this. You don't want to think. Like that's all that was. You don't want to. That's what hip hop used to do, make a nigga think. Now it's just dumbing out.
I'm telling y'all, that shit went over my head. If it wasn't for the blogs breaking it down and saying who he's targeting and saying some of that shit, nobody would care about that shit. He's mad Drake surpassing him, bro. Let's just be real. Like, he was doing an interview just recently talking about he doesn't think battle rap is cool and then rappers shouldn't do it. And then Drake drops Iceman and all of a sudden he's dissing everybody. He's going on a rant.
Now, over on Instagram, Dash would originally share the photo and at Jay-Z directly. Upon research, the goofy pic looks to have first come from former Roc-A-Fella videographer and cultural critic Joke No Joke. And when it came down to resharing the photo on his Instagram stories, he would include the song For the Love of Money by Bone Thugs and Harmony, which was another jab at Jay's appearance, implying that he looked like he was impersonating Lazy Bone with his now afro. Now, in the comments under the post implying that Jay-Z was goofy for his latest freestyle, Dash would get mixed responses from both supporters and Jay-Z fans. One would write, "Man, OG, you just sit this one out. You looking like a bitter baby mama." While several Jay fans would double down on Jay-Z calling out Dame's teeth for tumbling. Now, for those who don't know, back in 2024, Dash would end up speaking to his followers on IG Live, when all of a sudden his grill, which looks to have been used as temporary dentures, would pop out of his mouth.
Yeah, I would get with homie if he want to work. We could work. I'm never mad at generals linking up. So again, you know, I wouldn't even have acknowledged him if I didn't think he was worthy of an opponent. A lot of talk shit. I don't acknowledge him, but 50. Oh yeah, let's go. I want to see. I want to know how real it is. I want to see your television network. I want to see you direct a movie. I want to see your clothing line. I want to see if you're the real deal. See if I'm the real deal.
That's fucked up that they really did and showed that shit. But I can't say Damon Dash is hating on this man. I would never say that, because at the end of the day, you don't know what they've been through. You don't know their history and their chemistry, as far as like they built that record label up from the ground. He helped this nigga basically brand himself and make his career. You can't really say he a hater if he's speaking his truth as far as his story, his side of the story go, nigga. Another thing is, I'm getting sick of motherfuckers talking shit about motherfucker teeth, when at the end of the day, bitch, we all could be ending up like that, okay? Everybody ain't got veneer money, nigga. That bitch who put that on the comment, she might not. I know she ain't got veneer money. She can get some veneer money, but bitch, you don't have veneer money. Fuck is you talking about? But I would never call Dame Dash no hater, because at the end of the day, he done been there, done that, and adding on top of that, even if he is falling off, as people say, my main issue is just the simple fact that people keep calling this man a hater. Like, he's the nigga that was the mind behind a lot of this shit that Jay-Z had owned at once upon a time. So people need to really acknowledge the fact of where Jay-Z got his business mindset from dealing with these niggas, bro. Let's be real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold on. Listen. Oh, God. Yeah, talk to him for a second.
What?
Just for a second.
What are you about to do? Hello? What's up, yo?
He would immediately end up deciding to not run from the jokes and instead would lean into the criticism. For his caption, he would write, "My diamond grills popped out because that's what happens when you're broke." He would later go on to further explain that he was in between switching out his teeth implants.
First of all, shit is not dentures. These are my grills, right? And what happened was, I have to go get implants put in. So I have implants, and I got them 20 years ago. And every 20 years, you got to switch them out. So I have to do a surgery, oral, and the fucked up shit is, I'm gonna show you. Look, okay? I got. So that's what happened, the punch. But, I thought it was hilarious. I ain't tried to edit it. I think it's good for jokes and shit. But yeah, they're not dentures, and I think it's hilarious.
Now, as far as the opening line, which Jay accuses Dash of fumbling his money, it has been well documented in recent years that the once celebrated entrepreneur would file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, reporting that he was roughly $25 million in debt and had less than $5,000 to his name. This would be followed by Dash being forced to sell his share of Rockefeller Records to help pay off some of those debts. For some, it has felt as though Dash has become his own worst enemy throughout his career, as he's been documented with falling out with several other collaborators, and his legendary passion in the boardrooms, once championed by entrepreneurs, has now been viewed as difficult to navigate the business arena with. Despite the criticism, many people continue to side with Dash, as they feel that Jay-Z would abandon him and the team.
Fuck what he talking about. Anyway, yeah. What I want to say is this. When it come down to them two, I can't say Jay-Z owe him nothing, but I can't say Jay-Z was 100% right. Just because Jay-Z is the more successful person don't mean he's the best person for the job or the best person, period. One thing about Dame Dash people need to realize, instead of trying to clown and actually do their research and see about, is Dame Dash is a hustler. Dame Dash is a mover. Dame Dash is a shaker. Dame Dash is going to get some shit popping, and he going to do whatever he got to do to make that shit happen. And if you want to be anything in life, that's something you got to do in order to make shit happen. It ain't possible to be out here just on your ass, letting people do what they want to do, move how they want to move on your time. When you got your time going by and you need your time to be now for success, nigga, Dame Dash is the type of mentality and attitude you need to be having when and carrying when in this world, as far as being in a business, as far as wanting to be anything, basketball player, rapper, whatever, nigga. Because Dame Dash got off his ass and he did it himself. It was his idea to start doing parties to get them niggas money. It was his idea to start getting Jay-Z to do rap battles against a bunch of random niggas. It was his idea to start promoting niggas and getting niggas pushed as far as like just a lot of shit, bro. From the clothing line to bringing niggas together to a lot of shit that Dame Dash has done. A lot of shit. I believe he even had a part of like motherfuckers battling with the DMX situation. Because if I'm not mistaken, shit, that was when he was running around with the nigga. He was basically managing Jay-Z at that time. No matter how niggas want to look at it, he was one of the main people who got Jay-Z where he is today. So when you start saying he a hater, he this, that, and the third, man, chill out. Chill out, because that's between them two people and them two individuals. And you really don't understand what it's like probably for that man to have did what he did and push for everybody how he pushed for them. And everybody turned their backs on him at some point in time. Like, he actually real blew niggas up, from Cameron. He helped Cameron blow up. If Cameron wouldn't have signed to Rockefeller, he would be nowhere right now. He helped Jay-Z blow up. If he wouldn't have had Dame Dash on his side, he wouldn't have did no clothing line, no movies, no none of that. You wouldn't have a Peyton Fool or no shit like that, no Paper Soldiers and all that, bro. Let's stop and cut the games, bro. I think it was even his idea for the Big Pimpin' video. Like, niggas want to say he hard to work with, but they love Diddy. Now everybody, oh man, Diddy was this, that, and the third. Now they doing that. It's all about when they catch you and when you falling. Cause when you falling, now we can have the opportunity to kick you while you down. When you falling, now we could say what we really feel. Now we can tell motherfuckers what's really going on. But you really gotta understand, shit. These are people's opinions, and these is people's POV, as far as their point of view of how this person is and what this person is about. But they don't know these people realistically a lot of times. They don't know what they come from. They don't know their beginnings, and they don't know where the fuck they finna end up. But as far as his teeth, shit, he know good and goddamn well he didn't know that shit was gonna happen. It's no fucking possible way. He just got caught off guard. He was slipping. That's all. It's cool, OG. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't got money for veneers, my nigga. Y'all don't all got money for veneers, my nigga. Let's cut the games. It's gonna happen to everybody at some point. I just hate to see that it happened to him, and it's happening to him in front of people. But y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. Personally, the Jay-Z situation was the hottest I've seen Jay-Z do anything as far as rapping in these last 2 decades. I want to say since like the early 2000s. I have not heard a good Jay-Z verse like that in a minute. 1, 2, I love the fact that he's getting back into that little creative mode because he said he had no inspiration to really rap or write or do anything. 3, I feel like this is going to possibly boost other niggas' careers, bro. Real talk, it might make Drake a legend if he responds and he actually busts ass, which I would do. Because I really want him to do that because I feel like he actually got the pin game for that and he can actually stand behind that and stand on that. He got the power to it. He got the leverage. As far as Kanye go, shit, that's between them. Shit. But I don't know if Kanye will do that as far as dissing Jay-Z because he's not really like that caliber of musician. He don't do no like too much dissing as far as, and he ain't gonna get too gangster on the track or song neither. Nicki Minaj need to pop out the woodworks though for sure because this will probably put her back on where she was at once upon a time and remind motherfuckers that she's a legend also. But outside of that, that shit wasn't weak. It was subliminal. It was made to be that way. So for the dumbass nigga in the front of the video, I need you to understand this is where hip hop comes from. This is what it breathes. This is what it is. This is what people be talking about when they say lyrics ain't lyrics no more. That's why all these niggas be going to jail because they not being discreet. They telling you every fucking thing. They talking about it in a specific way, giving too much detail to the situation where a real nigga who really listening is gonna piece the shit together and be like, damn. It took niggas a minute to catch when 50 was really dissing niggas on that No More Tricks, No More Lies song with Max B. Niggas talked all that shit when that shit first came. Oh, it's weak, it's this and the third. Until it got broken down for niggas and they seen, oh, he mentioned this, that, and the third. Oh, this shit is hot. This shit hard now. Everybody jumped on that wave. Always understand, it's easy for waves and tides to switch up on niggas. But like, you really want that moment for you. And this is a moment for Drake and Nicki. Real talk. To really pull themselves into the light. But y'all let me know what the fuck.
These niggas bound to attack. Gotta know your purpose. End up with this when you get used. I was birthed from the